All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get this started. Happy solstice, happy summer. Thank you all for showing up tonight, for being part of this amazing group of people, because we are going to be doing a little exercise with the sun this evening, and we're going to be talking about manifestation, and doing that as a collective is super, super powerful. So I'm really thrilled that you're all here tonight. And before we jump in, I just want to take a quick poll for those of you who are here, and I'm going to launch this, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works out. If you can see this poll pop up on your screen about manifestation here. So the question is, how familiar are you with manifestation? I just want to get a good baseline where everybody's at, where everybody's coming from. And I just realized I don't have my candle going. So while you guys answer that, I am going to light it up over here, bring in the sun into my own little space. Ooh, it's popping. All right. Yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming. Give it a few more seconds on this poll. It's always fun to see what people have to say and how it aligns with what I'm seeing over in the society, because we've already opened this challenge up, right? Some of you are coming directly from the society for this challenge. And some of you are coming from Eventbrite, which is amazing. So welcome to Ritual Planner and Ritual Society. It looks like, I don't know if you guys can see the answers here, but what I'm seeing is that, first of all of you have answered. So thank you for participating in our poll. And most of you are seeing, like, about 44% of you, so just under half. I've heard about manifesting and I'm excited to try it out. And that's kind of what I was expecting. Hey, maybe I've heard this buzzword before, but I really don't know what's going on in this space. Some of you have even tried manifesting in the past, which is exciting. So even more of you than that have successfully manifested things into your life. And that is amazing. And hopefully this challenge just brings even more clarity to your life, even more practices to use, and different opportunities to manifest. And then there's a small fraction of you who don't know anything about manifestation and are here to learn. And that's amazing. Thank you for showing up for yourself and everyone else. All right, so I'm going to end the poll. Oh, there we go. There's the share results button. So sorry about that. You can all kind of see that as it went through. So because we're here to learn, thank you so much for showing up today. Summer Solstice Manifestation with Ritual Planner and the Ritual Society. Hi guys, my name is Dayna Schmidt-Johnson. I am the Ritual Society Community Manager. I'm also the Ritual House Astrologer. So I write all of the astrology things that you'll see from Ritual Planner, our workbooks and whatnot. But my primary role is to be of service to all of you. So again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight. A little bit about what we're going to do. We're going to welcome this sun in. We are going to acknowledge the day that it is, the day of Litha, the day of summer solstice, the start of Cancer season. If you're a Cancer, happy birthday in advance. And then we're going to talk a little bit about manifestation, what it is, what the practices are, how we can do some of these things, and just kind of get into what is manifestation. And then we'll talk about the 7-day challenge, because while you do have a little bit of homework going on tonight, the challenge officially begins tomorrow morning. And finally, we'll talk about some of the upcoming events that we have over in the society, because this quarter is going to be hot because it's summertime. It's going to be so, so good. So let's start off this evening by, I'm stealing a line from Kyla Givehand. If you're unfamiliar with her, she's done one class for us this year recently on tarot spreads. She runs her own mighty network, Pull Pen Paint, and she said, let's go from getting here to being here, right? So just take a little minute, just kind of ground yourself into this moment. Remember what you came here for and what you're excited about. Breathe in, breathe out, enjoy the collective energy that is going on over here in the society, in this event. And I want to get started tonight by just talking a little bit about the sun. We did a astrology basics course, which is free and available to all society members last quarter. And I just want to share a little bit about what we discovered about the sun. Okay, so from an astronomy standpoint, a mythology standpoint, and then an astrological standpoint. So the sun, of course, as we know, is the middle of our solar system, right? We revolve around it. All of our planets revolve around it. Of course, we didn't always think that was the case. We thought that the sun revolved around us, and there was a lot of mythology that came into being because of that. Obviously, the sun is super, super hot, but it gives us everything that we need on planet Earth to survive. It just simply wouldn't be possible for plants, animals, fish, all of the things that need the sunlight to exist here. For us to show up today, the sun had to show up first. So we are grateful for that sun, that even though it's so far away, we can feel it. People in Texas are feeling it today, right? And the mythology that really revolves around this is so incredible. There's so many sun gods. There's so many stories about different mythological people that revolve around the sun. And Apollo's really kind of credited with bringing in some of the laws of the center of the world up into our human world, including the ideas of nothing in excess and know thyself. And these two principles really fall into how we astrologically identify with the sun. Don't go too big, right? If that sun gets too big, we're in trouble. And then really the sun being the center of everything really has to know who and what it's about. So Apollo was really important in that. And then Hercules as well was the slayer of the lion as one of his 12 labors. It was actually his first of the 12 labors. And he had to learn control over his passion and confronting his fear. And Leo is associated with the sun because the sun rules the sign Leo astrologically. So that lion, slaying that lion, really becoming the lion. When he slayed the lion, he took that lion's coat and put it on himself and ran out into the world. So overcoming big goals in life and confronting that fear, having that courage inside. The Leo card is the strength tarot card. So we can see that strength coming through in Hercules. Helios was the Greek sun god, giver of light. And then it was thought that he traveled over the earth in his chariot, right? He was literally bringing the sun to us in his chariot. And then his sister was a night goddess. So the sun and the moon working together in that way in their chariots flying over us. Finally, Icarus, the story here is that he was imprisoned with his father, who had created a maze, a labyrinth, and they got trapped inside of it. And so his father created these wings, but they were made out of wax. And so they both put on these wings, and Icarus's father was like, hey, don't get too close to the sun because they're wax, they're gonna melt, right? Just like a candle will melt. And Icarus did not listen, got excited, got too close to the sun, and died in the ocean. So that is just kind of like a warning. Hey, this sun is powerful. This sun is bigger than all of us, right? So there's so many myths and ideologies around the sun that we have come to mythologically. astrologically, we've got this sun symbol, the tarot card. This is the only tarot card that really associates with itself in some ways. You know, the sun is actually the sun card. The moon, for instance, is not the moon card. So it's nice to, when you see that sun card, know that you really do have the power of the sun on your side. It rules over Leo, like I said, and we're looking at like those gold, shiny metals, the oranges, the yellows, ruling the first day of the week, Sunday, of course, and it is numerologically the number 1. So that role of the sun is such an important part of our life. It's a provider of our life and our energy. So much potential is wrapped up in this sun, and everything revolves around it. Leos might really identify with that. And some of these key words that you can think of as we begin to manifest with the sun and as we go into this sun meditation is purpose, path, you know, the creativity and the confidence, and just that vitality. This is a wonderful time of year. We're experiencing so much light, so much sun, so much vitality. It's super exciting. So this day is considered Litha. And that translates to light, literally just the Old English word for light. But this day has been long acknowledged. You know, like Stonehenge was created in such a way that the light shines directly through it at this time of year. So that's kind of where all of this was born, and a lot of the rituals that we associate with the summertime and the summer solstice. And then in Latin, the solstice just means the sun stands still, which it kind of feels like it does in some ways, especially if you're somewhere with a really north, I want to say latitude, it could be longitude, but I think it's latitude. You know, if you're really up there in, say, Alaska, Canada, you get a long day, almost 24 hours of sunlight in some places. The sun is truly standing still, holding its position and giving us all of its strength. So before we go any further, I just want to take a moment and really cling on to this power of this sun tonight. And I'm going to go through a little bit of an exercise here. The best thing that you can do for this is one of two things. One, you can turn yourself and position yourself toward the sun, wherever the sun is in the sky, in your house, from where you're sitting, the basement, that kind of thing. Just orient yourself to where the sun is in the sky right now. The other option is just to simply look out a window. It's probably still bright where you are, hopefully, and you can just bring in the energy of the sun that way. I'm kind of lucky. My windows and the sun are facing in the same direction, so it works out well for me. But go ahead and take a moment to do that. And then, rather than closing your eyes, because we typically close our eyes for these meditations, I want you to continue to look in the direction of the sun, focus on something, gaze on something, look out the window, really feel in that sun, and just get yourself comfortable, plant your feet on the ground, and take a deep breath and exhale. Let's do that a couple more times just to get in the moment of the sun meditation. Staring out into the beautiful rays of the sun. Did you breathe in the sun? I hope you did. So now I want you to imagine that those sun's rays are really coming in to your own body through the top of your head, and they're gathering their strength right into your third eye space. And if you're unfamiliar with this, it's directly between your two eyes and then up into the center of your forehead. You can really place your fingers right where that third eye position is. So take a few more deep breaths. Breathe in the sunbeams into the top of your head and into that third eye space, really opening it up, really gaining some clarity. And just feel the cleansing power of the sun to open things up, this white, pure sunlight as it's coming into our personal space. We're clearing out to be able to make room for manifesting and thinking about what we want to manifest. And now go ahead and bring that down into your throat chakra. You may even want to breathe out an ah or an om. Really get that breath going. And sink down into your heart space. This sun is just cleansing it all. I can't even help but close my eyes, even though we're trying to look for the sun. Bring it on down into your heart and bring it down even further into your stomach area. Just cleansing out that body, cleansing out those chakras. And right on down and down in the body, right into your feet and out from your feet into the ground, where we're connected, fully connected to each one of us that are in here today, fully connected to the life force that exists. And as you take a couple more deep breaths, I just want you to bring that energy, bring that sunlight right back up to the top. Fill it, fill your whole body with that warm white sunlight. And give yourself some gratitude for being here, for showing up, and for cleansing with the power of the sun. I hope that felt as good as it did for me, for all of you. Just getting a little bit of that sun energy into ourselves. And we'll be doing another one of these in the actual 7-day challenge. So kind of put that in your mind for now, and we will come back to it, I promise. All right, so let's talk about manifestation, shall we? So manifestation at its very simple core. I got this from vocabulary.com, y'all. This is really simple. So it is simple, but it's not easy, as many things are in our world, right? In this world of spiritual space, in this world of creation that we're in. It is simply something that you are thinking or feeling made real. An idea, a desire, a feeling come to life. And the origins of it are really in religion and spirituality. Okay, so that's really where it has come from. The language around manifestation, and what I've heard from a lot of you is, oh, I've heard this word before, I don't really understand it. You know, people are using it in a lot of different ways, right? I like this example of the crowd's cheering hysteria was the manifestation of years of allegiance to the now victorious soccer league, right? Like that manifestation, it was something that came to be, essentially, but it gets thrown around in vernacular a lot. So I just want to be aware that what we are specifically talking about is ideas and thoughts and feelings made real. And the history behind this goes all the way back to the mid 1850s and to a man named Phineas Quimby. So Phineas Quimby had tuberculosis, and there was no cure at the time. There was really nothing that could be done for him. So he started studying the idea of the mind over the body. What can the mind do that the body cannot? And so this is really where manifestation got its origins. Just this simple idea of a sick person going and thinking, well, if the doctors can't cure me and heal me, maybe I can for myself. And over time, we start to see different laws and ideas come about. Andrew Jackson Davis coined the term law of attraction in The Great Harmonia, just a paper that he put out. Prentice Mulford coined the term, or did coin the term. He had a book called The Law of Success, and that was talking about the law of attraction that had already been in use by then as a general principle of life. So this is something that we can all use. You don't need to be sick. You don't need to be in any kind of way to be able to use this as a principle in your own life. And then we get into the 1900s, and these different books and these different resources start showing up in the world. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You have probably heard of at least one, if not more of these, right? The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And then the Abraham Hicks teachings began in 1985, which have a lot of the principles of law of attraction within them. Something you are probably more familiar with than any of these is The Secret that came out in 2006. I know I was taken by it. A lot of people were. And it's simply another manifestation of the law of attraction principle and how it can be used in daily life. That also became a movie, all of these things, right? So The Secret's kind of our today version of the 1850s law of attraction. And today, our modern version of the law of attraction is called manifestation. So if you are familiar with the law of attraction, if you're familiar with any of these books or any of these teachers, it's all the same principle, all wrapped into one. It is the idea that our minds can create things. And there are three major principles behind manifestation. And that first one is thoughts create things. The second one is that positive emotional attitudes are helpful and necessary to manifest your desires. So you need to have a positive vibe going on, if you will. And then if you believe in it, you can achieve it. Belief is the key here. And I'm afraid my image isn't going to show up on this next one. No, it did. Okay, excellent. So within this manifestation, what we're really doing is trying to raise our vibrational frequency. And guys, there were a lot of different images I really wanted to show here because this kind of looks like a pyramid, an upside down pyramid, if you will, and that the bottom part is that I feel like this makes it look like the bottom part is somehow far worse, far like low. And I mean, it is lower vibration, but that it's more like a spiral or a dial. Okay, I want you to think of these vibrational frequencies here between fear and love, shame at one end, enlightenment at the other, very drastically different energies, right? Think of it more as a dial in your life because no one is going to be in peace, joy, and love 100% of the time, just like you are not going to be in grief and guilt and shame. But we've all experienced probably all of these emotions, all of these vibrations at some point in our life. So we're kind of dialing up and dialing down a little bit throughout our lives. That really goes up and down a lot. And I did read that it's suggested right now that that most people in the world aren't really getting above about a 200. So we're really in all of these, and we live in a society that really brings out all of these more fear-based vibrational frequencies a lot of the time. So what we're trying to do is turn up that dial a little bit, get into some of these spaces like courage, and willingness. And I bet that a lot of you are kind of here right now. There might be some fear or some, just not knowing. And that's okay. That's a great place to start, to be honest, in this middle zone of neutrality. So that's what I'm asking of all of you for this challenge, that if you come to it from a place of courage, from a place of willingness, from a place of acceptance, that you are going to help yourself along the way. All right. So at the very least, that's what you can do. You can come in here with some courage and give it a shot and give it all you've got. So let's talk about some of the practices that we'll be doing in our challenge, but also just general manifestation practices that can help you if you're going to go off and do this on your own. Meditation is obviously a great one. We just did a great practice that can get you into a great space for manifesting. Visualization is talked a lot about in manifestation, really visualizing that end goal. And we'll get into some of that. Being grateful for what you have, grateful for what's to come, grateful for where you're at, and being present, right? Being in the moment rather than thinking backwards in your life or forwards, because those are both, I don't have places, but right here, you have everything you need in this moment. We are going to talk way more deeper about all of these, so don't you worry. Affirmations, those positive sayings that can get you from here to there. And I'll teach you a technique too for when affirmations feel a little overwhelming or fake, right? Some of them can just feel like, hey, I am not there. I experience joy, peace, and happiness every day of my life is an affirmation. But if you don't feel that, if you don't connect to that, it's not going to be a helpful affirmation for you. So I will teach you a way to have helpful affirmations and ways to get there. And then letting go of the outcome, letting go of the results, and letting go of what is holding you back. There's a lot of letting go we've got to do in these manifestation practices. So we'll be doing that as well. Now, a couple of things I just want you to be aware of. There are some common manifesting mistakes, some reasons that, some of you said, I've tried this in the past. Some of you have done it successfully in the past, but these are just a few things that might be holding you back. So we're not going to expect instant results, right? We can't think and grow rich in 1 minute. It takes time. We are where we're at, and what we want is in a different place, mindset, thought pattern than where we're at right now. So instantaneous results are not impossible, but they're unlikely. Okay. So we're on a week-long manifesting challenge. If yours is going to take longer than a week, be patient. Be patient with it. And even if yours could be done in a week and doesn't, be patient with it. Be patient with it. Okay. We're also going to get really clear around the desires, what we want, because sometimes just saying, oh, I want more money. I want a relationship. I want a new job. Those aren't specific enough for the universe. So we've got to nail down exactly what it is that we want so that we can kind of wrap it up, hand it over, and let it go. Another common mistake is just remaining rigid in what it is that you want, and not only what you want, but how it comes about. Within manifestation practices, the path will open up to you. It may be something totally different than you expected. Go with it. Go with your gut. Trust yourself. It's huge. And then finally, the being unrealistic part. This kind of goes back to that expecting instant results. That's unrealistic. But so is, I want to make $1 million by the end of the week when currently you only make 1,000. That's a little bit unrealistic. Doesn't mean it's impossible, again, but it's going to be a stretch. So we want to, and I'm not saying like bring your things down to boring, right? But just be aware of the bigger your manifestation goal, the longer it's going to take, the more you are going to have to invest in making it happen as well. All right. I wanted to add a few caveats here. Guys, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. There is no two ways around it. In a spiritual plane, our spiritual selves can manifest like that. That's what manifestation really is when you hear it from these spiritual practitioners. But we are on the human plane, and there are systems we must exist in, like gravity, for example, or capitalism is a system, right? We humans are currently in the year 2023 living within systems that have existed long before us, systems that are being built around us. All of these things are happening that we personally don't have control over in our humanity right now. So some manifestation, it's almost like it can still happen. Again, magic, we are opening ourselves up to you all the time. But we do have to put ourselves in this, we're having a human experience situation and remind ourselves that things aren't coming to us instantly. And this last piece I put in here, a lot of these systems that we live within have been designed to oppress groups of people. And a lot of people that are probably in here tonight have experienced oppression in one way or another. And if your goal of manifestation has to hit up against that glass ceiling, it's going to be a lot harder to manifest what you want. Not impossible. You can do it. Everything has been done for the first time, one time, right? So if there is something you are trying to bring into being that doesn't even exist yet, you can totally do that. I like to think that if someone else has done it, so can I. So just remember that everyone's coming to the table of manifestation with different experiences and living within different parts of the systems that we live within. So manifestation is not created equal, unfortunately. If we were all on the same plane, which in the spiritual world we are, we would all be manifesting left and right. This is going to, for some people, take some undoing of some of these systems and thoughts and opinions of others that you've learned over the years. And we will be working on clearing those things out. So I just want you to keep those things in mind if you get frustrated along this journey, okay? So let's talk about the power of manifesting with the sun, right? We are doing this at the summer solstice for a reason. We're using the strength and the joy of the sun. That's really what it is, to raise that vibration. We're bringing in this ancient stress reducer. Get outside, feel the sun on your shoulders, feel that abundance. That sun, while we do know it will eventually run out, is not running out anytime soon. That sun continues to shine around the clock. No matter where we are in the universe, that sun is going. It is abundant constantly. And there's just such a healing element to it as well. So we're also bringing in the joy, right? The leisure and luxury of the sun, the summer, if summer vacation, all of those things that just feel like, oh, we got to get out and do things. And luxury is certainly a part of being with the sun. And it's a great time to get together with family and friends. And it's a beautiful time for love and romance as well. So all of these things we can pull in to our own worlds thanks to the sun. So that's why we're doing this now. And to kick off this challenge, I'm going to offer you all some homework. All right. So the challenge doesn't officially start till tomorrow, but I want you to start thinking about what it is that you want to manifest. I want you to take some time to brainstorm. Maybe you're going to discuss it with the loved ones around you. And this can either be a week-long or a long-term thing you want to manifest, right? I really encourage you to make it something physical in your world, whether that's, I want $100 more in my bank account by the end of the challenge. I want to manifest the perfect suit for the job that I'm interviewing for. I want to manifest, gosh, I had a whole list of them in my head, of course, before we began. A relationship into my life, these kinds of things, and get specific and be general when you're writing these things down. This is a brainstorm. It's a brain dump. Just get it all out on paper. Okay. So that's all you need to do for the next few hours, because then we kick off the 7-day manifestation challenge. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up here. All right, so every single day, there's going to be a daily video. It'll also have a transcript with it. So don't worry if you either can't connect to the video or don't want to watch it or listen, you can just read through it. And then there will be a ritual or a practice to complete within that, okay? We'll be talking about a principle and we'll be practicing a principle. And then we have some opportunities to win some gift cards from Ritual. So the way that you're going to do that is using the hashtags Manifestation Challenge and Ritual Society. I'll tell you more about this in a minute. If you are getting this challenge through the Eventbrite emails, if you signed up for this session through Eventbrite, I'm seeing in the chat, I'm going to manifest a gift card. I love it. So if you signed up for this challenge through Eventbrite, you're going to get this emailed to you every single day in your inbox, the video, the ritual, all of it's going to be there. And then you're going to post on Facebook or Instagram using those hashtags, Manifestation Challenge and Ritual Society, with the prompt that I give you every single day. Okay, so that is pretty simple. If you are a society member, you get even more. So the video will be in the challenge space. You'll always be able to go back to it. You will post in the society using a hashtag. And then there will be a couple more opportunities. We're going to do a couple live Q&As. Let's pop in together. Let's get your questions about manifesting answered while we're in this together. Okay, you'll also have access to that challenge community. Everyone else who is a member of this challenge will be posting and commenting and asking questions too. So there's an opportunity here to really get connected with one another if you're in the society. So I strongly recommend that, of course. And the giveaway, if you're in the society, is a little bit better. So every day on those social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, using the hashtags, we're going to give away a $10 gift card to Writual Planner. So even if you're getting those emails only through Eventbrite, you still have an opportunity to win. You can still manifest that gift card. But if you are in the society, we're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to one person at the end of the week. Society members still have the opportunity to also win a $10 gift card by doing the challenge on social media. So there are some benefits to being in the society, if you can see a little bit of what's going on. All right. Now our society is open. It is the solstice. So we are open through the end of the month. Our open enrollment is only open 4 times a year. So now is the time to really dive deep into this challenge and dive deep into the society. And I want to talk to you about a couple of the upcoming events we have too, in case you want to take advantage of these next 2 weeks and join us over there, because you'll have access to the society and access to this challenge for as long as you're a member of the society, as well as some awesome things coming up. So we are adding, this is our big news for this quarter. We are adding a resident tarot teacher. It's been a long time coming, right? I'm an astrologer. I am not a tarot expert. And so we are so excited to bring in Erin Jones because she is a tarot expert, you guys. And we are essentially a tarot forward community, right? We have the Ritual Planner that got everyone probably involved here. And so we are bringing you monthly events that we'll have some Q&A events here and there. We'll have some, deep dives on different topics. If you're a beginner, this is great. If you're advanced, this is great. Just some more tarot talk, right? And Erin's also a reader on the Ritual Planner site. So if you like what you see, she has a great introduction video on our YouTube channel. Come in and talk to Erin and get a reading from her as well. We also have our guest workshops every quarter. So once a month, we bring in a guest speaker to talk about a new topic. And this quarter is so exciting. First of all, crystals. Who isn't excited about crystals? Crystals, gems, stones, whatever you want to call them, we're going to be talking about them. Sam is an excellent resource on crystals, all things crystals, crystal energy, crystal readings. You do not need to know a thing about crystals, but I bet you have at least one you can bring. Then we're going to be talking about music magic in August with Natalie Mertz. She's a creative spiritual practitioner, and we're going to talk about how to use music to creatively enhance your practices and how music is magic. Yeah, Cecilia, great question. Who has just one crystal? It is an obsession, isn't it? And then we're going to talk about playlist magic as well with this music magic. I am so stoked for the music magic, you guys. You have no idea. And then in September, we're going to talk about oracle cards. We talk a lot about tarot, but not all that much about oracle. So we want to make sure that we touch on that topic as well. So come and understand oracle cards, what's the difference between oracle and tarot, and how to really utilize oracle in your own practice. Leah is lovely. And honestly, all of our teachers in the society are wonderful. And then this month, starting July 1st, so anyone who joins in the next 2 weeks and society members now can benefit from this too. We're going to go and do a live site tour for you, so you know where to find everything, you know how to join courses and challenges and groups and all that good stuff. Okay, we don't want to leave anyone out wondering where to find things. So we'll be doing a live site tour as well. So this is the Ritual Society membership. It includes all of these things. It's just insane what you actually get for the price of the Ritual Society. We have so much good stuff over there. We have events constantly happening, new moon gatherings, full moon gatherings, yoga. We just had an event today. Our book club meets twice a month on fiction and nonfiction topics. There is something for everyone here. You get access to everything that we've ever recorded, and you will get great perks like early access to things like, say, the 2024 planner that'll be coming out sooner than you think. So our membership is $27.99 a month or $240 a year, depending on what you want to do. That is totally up to you, but well worth it. We've got some awesome raves from people in our society who've said that it's okay to use these. It blows my mind how excited people are to be here continuously. We've been doing the Ritual Society since December of 2020. And now is the best time to join. It's always the best time to join because we have so much more stuff than we had before. So, like people who are just getting back into tarot, people who have lost their practices and are coming back to it. We have, people who just come here because this society, this community is truly a place of peace, solitude, enjoyment, and then just being able to meet so many other people who are like-minded. We also post all of the events after the fact, including this one. So you'll never miss a thing over in the society. I promise. As Ursula said, it's transforming her life, and I know it's transforming many other members' lives as well. And we hope that you decide that it's going to transform your life as well, and you're going to join us ritualsociety.com is the link. Very, very easy. Emma just joined. So if you're going to join Emma, I mean, I highly recommend it. Emma seems lovely. So we're super excited to have you over there, Emma. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone for joining us tonight. I'm going to come off the share here, just open things up a little bit. If you have any questions, you can throw them in the chat. You can come on live here and talk. Happy to answer any questions about the solstice, about manifesting, about the society. Beyond that, I'm not much help. Yes, there is a society app. So our app is through Mighty Networks. So that's the app, Mighty Networks. And so you can just carry the society around on your phone. It's such a great asset to have. How many members are there currently? There are more than 700. That's what I can say. We have a good group of people over there. People who are, people who are posting, people who have great ideas, people who are sharing their spreads, all of that. So there's plenty of opportunity to come in and kind of be a little quiet at first if you're not so like excited to jump in and just, start introducing yourself. There's a lot to discover in the society. Yes. And we started on Facebook. You guys, in 2020, we started on Facebook with a small, teeny tiny group of people. And here we are today. And we just want to bring in, we're making this space wonderful and beautiful for everyone. I didn't realize how early on I joined. Yes, right? It hasn't been that long, and yet it's been a long time. I came for the tarot stamps and found a great community that are encouraging and allow me to be the nerd I am about all these topics. Oh my gosh, we nerd out so hard in the society. Yes, we do. I love that. Somehow I'm on the group more than I'm on Facebook now. Hey, if you need a Facebook detox, come over to the society. This is a really great way to get your head out of the Facebook world. It's my safe place. Oh, that's awesome. It is. It really is. You can be you, be your weird self. Someone posted today, I can't wait for all the woo-woo. And that sums it up, right? We're the woo-woo place. It's hard to find. I worked in corporate for a decade. Heaven knows I would not speak a word of astrology over there. So it is so nice to have a place to go that you can connect and maybe even commiserate, especially in times of, say, Mercury retrograde, when we all just complain about Mercury retrograde. Oh, Lita, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, has been looking for a community like this, and today is your day. Come on over. This is the place to be, 100%. Whew. I don't know if it's this candle. I don't know if it's this heat. I'm glad I wore a tank top, you guys. Getting me fired up about our society. Amazing. Well, in the meantime, because we're nearing our hour here, the challenge will be available to you in your inbox every single day. Otherwise, come join the community in the society and it'll be there for you earlier. We're making that available early in the morning, so you can dive in first thing if you want. Wait till it's convenient for you. But the emails will go out later in the morning. Just FYI, so you get first dibs if you're in the society. But that 7-day challenge, we are manifesting. I cannot wait to see what you guys pull in this week. It's going to be such a powerful week, manifesting with the power of the sun, manifesting with each other, and really just bringing in the excitement of bringing something new into your life. It's fun. Manifesting is fun. There's a lot of things to learn along the way, but I know we all can do it. So with that said, thank you all for being here tonight. This is a fantastic class. Love the energy, love your enthusiasm. I hope to see you all in the society. I truly do. And if not, hit me up. Dayna at ritualsociety.com. Dayna is Dayna. Otherwise, have a terrific evening. Have a terrific rest of your solstice. For those of you watching the recording, have a terrific manifestation week. I will talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.